Newsflash for everyone out there. Playtime is over. You know, it's real funny. It's real funny. I gotta sit back and listen to a promo from the Tinies claiming that the Palace of Wisdom is destroyed and we're putting up the tiny skyscraper. What the hell is wrong with you? I'd like to know what kind of fantasy land you're living in, Tony Montini. You know, all it shows me is a lot of desperation. It's really funny how you all out there think that, oh, just because Lethal Injection loses a match, or even loses a title, oh, that the franchise is just gonna collapse, and then Lethal Injection is just gonna go away. Just because we lose a match or a title. Are you friggin' kidding me? You forget that Lethal Injection has accumulated and saved more money and resources than you can possibly imagine. We're household names. We are the franchise, and we've built a very strong foundation. And it's going to take a hell of a lot more than just losing a match or a title to cripple the franchise. So I don't know what kind of dreams that you're having, Tony Tiny. But believe me that the palace is secure. And it's about time that your little dream ends. Because you see, I'm not Mr. Sandman, and I'm not going to continue to perpetuate your dreams and your fantasy. Oh no, you see, Lethal Injection, we're the nightmare makers. We're the dream killers, the career killers. And it's about time that this crap ended. You know, I'll cut right to the chase. The garbage that you pulled at He Halloweeny is not going to stand. You see, we've been having extensive discussions with DCH on how to best deal with this situation. And we figured out the best way. You see, it's the simple way. We called in the referee of that match, who, even though he was too stupid at the time to realize what happened, we made sure that the message got through to him. And he has now officially reversed his decision and declared that match a no contest. And you know what that means, Tinies? It means that you get nothing. You are stripped of the DUI World Tag Team Championship. And they are now back home where they belong, in the House of Gold with Lethal Injection. Oh, I'm sure all of you out there are up in arms now and you're outraged and all. But before you start crying and bitching and moaning, your little fun-loving GM, Weo, has already signed off on this. Because at least she still has a grip on reality. And she can still listen to logic and reason. As much as all of you may hate Lethal Injection, why don't you just take a look at the situation? You damn well know that it wasn't the real Doczilla who got pinned in that ring. No, see, backstage, he was approached by Posh, who tried to put out like a cheap street whore. And then he got knocked upside his head and taken out of the equation. And I'll give Tony Montani a lot of credit. He sure as hell dressed up like the Doc down to very fine detail and even fooled me. And what happened out in that ring, though, is clear and simple. Tony Tiny pinned his brother to win the match. And that's supposed to win them the tag team championship? Are you friggin' joking me? What if it was any one of you out there? I'm sure Kato will be up in arms because she loves to speak her mind on everything. But what if it was you, Kato? What if it was you? What if someone dressed up as you and took you out backstage? And then your opponents pinned the imposter and the Wild Bunch lost their Diva tag titles. Would you like it? Would you put up with it? I don't think so. So before everyone out there starts crying and moaning, you just take a good long look at the situation. Because we know we all have to deal with shenanigans. But there's a certain line that needs to be drawn. And the Lethal Administration has drawn that line. So I hope you enjoyed your couple days, Tinies, with your little game that you played. Because DUI officials will be collecting our tag team championships. And we'll deal with you at a later date. And one other piece of business. Malaika had a pretty tough time at He Halloweeny, and she did suffer a pretty serious concussion. But you know, it's part of this business that we do fight through injuries. And she was already scheduled to have a 24/7 title defense against Alexis. But Weo had to step in, talking about all this interest of fairness and all this other stuff or whatever. So the bottom line is, though, that match is going to have to wait. But Weo also said that it would have to wait until the next pay-per-view. And since Shiran did earn an opportunity at the Diva title, I will announce that at the next pay-per-view there will be a fatal 4-way match between Malaika, Alexis, Lady Parvo, and Shiran for the Diva Championship. So Malenka, I hope that you have a full recovery, because you will have to defend your title sooner or later. Thank you for your time, and as always, the Lethal Administration, we take care of business. Have a good day.